I'm from Minnesota, home to the largest Somali population in the USA. Thousands of Somalis have come to my country, and now I'm going to theirs. But there's a problem.
The new travel ruling cites multiple risks, including the possibility of being kidnapped.
This is our 27th day in captivity.
Bombings.
Somalia suffered its worst ever terror attack.
Murder.
More than 20 people have been killed, including soldiers and militants.
Illegal roadblocks, banditry and other violent incidents which the US State Department says are threats common throughout Somalia.
Somalia is one of the most dangerous countries in Africa. When it comes to the Global Peace Index, Somalia ranks near the bottom. And yet, here I am. Welcome to Somalia. The plan, to stay here as short a time as possible. First step, immigration, then customs. Hunkering down in a place known as the Green Zone. So from here we are headed to our hotel, and this is no ordinary hotel. You know, a trip's about to get interesting when it starts with 6 armed security guards. Their job isn't just getting us to the hotel, it's staying with us for the whole trip. How important is having security for me while I'm traveling here in Mogadishu? This is Mohammed talking to me from inside a bulletproof vehicle.
It's mandatory for us to provide security for guests coming into the country.
So the government actually mandates that I have to have this much security to be here?
Yes, definitely yes.
And why? Why do they do that?
Somalia, it's been in conflict for a long time. So if anything happens, that would technically be a PR nightmare, right?
So Mogadishu is worried about its PR, about how they look to the world?
The thing is, it's one thing that when someone outside from the country gets hurt, and then it's one thing when local hurt.
You start to notice them after a while. Checkpoints like this one, scattered across the city. Not reacting to an emergency, but built up as a defense against terrorism, folded into the rhythm of an ordinary day. We're going to be going to a lot of places throughout the city. Please be honest. What is the worst thing that could happen?
Someone shouting at you.
I can handle that.
Someone trying to get a physical contact, like a fight.
Not great.
Sure.
But could be worse. I'm more worried about forced kidnappings, bombings, shrapnel, stuff like that.
Realistically, those are not potential threats. The security has improved back since 2018, so now there's going to be a lot of checkpoints as we go through the city. It's much more improved than ever.
Every checkpoint exists because of the same shared threat. Al-Shabaab, one of the deadliest terrorist groups on the planet. Responsible for 10,000 deaths since 2007. And they're still out there, just past the edges of Mogadishu. When is the last time there was a serious attack in Mogadishu?
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, but my friend was doing research and found that the airport was attacked less than a year ago.
Just sometimes the mortar shells are there, here and there.
Well, look, for me, I include mortar shells as being a dangerous thing. Right now we're heading to our hotel, tucked away into what everyone here calls the Green Zone. This is like the most fortified, most protected part of the entire country. Is that right?
Absolutely true. You have the airport. The airport is the most important part of the country. We also have the diplomats there. We also have politicians. We have the elites. Then we have good businesses right there. So that's why it's important. Right here is a hotel where we're staying tonight. We had just gotten through security. It's pretty thorough. They scan every bag we have, and then every electronic device you have to switch it on to prove that it's an actual functioning piece of equipment, because in the past, somebody made a bomb out of a computer and blew a hole in an airplane. Not good. The Dakal Airport Hotel. Guests reviewing it online have called it the first 5-star hotel in Somalia. But instead of spas and saunas, top-shelf amenities here include thick walls, barbed wire, armed guards, and heavy security measures. But our stay at the hotel is temporary. One night here, and I'll be leaving the safety of the Green Zone behind. I found my room, 307. Let's take a look. So this is the deluxe room, and I gotta say, it's very dark. I forgot to put the card in. It's a simple room, but it's clean. It's got a big king bed, water, television, has a chair in the corner. We have a refrigerator. We have refreshments right here if you need it. Quran, prayer rug, in case you left yours at home. This is where I'm gonna be staying for my duration here in Somalia. It's basically a 5-star hotel. They have a restaurant, they have a gym, but most importantly, they have security. As comfortable as this place is, I have a feeling my experience is gonna be far different when we finally head into the city. Let's find out.
4 million people packed into a city that spent 35 years being described as a war zone. But long before that, they called it the White Pearl, one of the wealthiest, most beautiful capitals on the continent. But that was then, and this is now.
I saw the road breathe slow under a tin sky cracked open.
Behind us is the safest square mile in the country, and ahead of us, let's just say, the place I'm headed has a track record, and it's not a good one. But that's where I can find the food, so that's where I'm going.
It is the next day. We have left the safety and the comfort of the green zone and we have wandered out into the wild streets of Mogadishu. My plan today is to get slowly acclimated to the city, and we're starting here at a breakfast spot, and we're going to see them make a local dish known as CANJEERO and liver meat. Usually liver wouldn't be my first breakfast of choice, but let's give it a shot.
First, the liver, sliced into small bite-sized pieces. Then a little bit of color, chopped onions, and bell pepper. The liver joins hot oil and the stir fry begins. Now here is the local secret, jumbo chicken bouillon. Here, every kitchen has a cube of it somewhere. Once the liver is halfway cooked, the onion and pepper join.
Right now we are in a very consolidated kitchen. I'm with my guy Ali. He is making breakfast, and right now he's putting in some goat stock. I'm told that actually I should be very grateful for this breakfast, because usually in Mogadishu people are eating bread and tea. That's it. But this morning I'm lucky enough to enjoy a huge serving of protein to go with my bread. Finished?
Finished.
Let's eat. Somalia, population 17 million, 99% Muslim, the longest coastline in all of Africa, and the capital, Mogadishu. Let's talk about the food. Some say it's a combination of East African, Indian, Arab, and Italian because they once colonized this land. So right here we have CANJEERO, one of the staple carbohydrates of Somalia.
CANJEERO is a flatbread made of wheat flour, egg, yeast, and water. It's a staple food typically eaten for breakfast, with ghee, sesame oil, sugar, or savory foods.
What's cool about this bread is a couple of things. First of all, no flip. Put it on the pan, wait, take it off. Beyond that, there's a certain pattern that's been etched into the bread itself, because she uses a small stainless steel cup to move the batter about the skillet, and then this is the final product, the final shape. It's good, it's soft, it's stretchy. It is kind of like a little East African crepe. Most people in this city, they get some of that bread, they get hit of this tea, and that's it. Ooh, the tea is very nice, loaded with cardamom and sugar. But today, I am especially privileged because I'm gonna dive into this right here. The secret with liver is to not overdo the amount of liver. That's already too much. It smells good though. I'm pleasantly surprised. If I'm honest, I did not have high hopes. It's so good that even all these flies want to eat it. I think what the chef has cleverly done here is he's cut the liver into thin strips and he's not overcooked it. He just put it in that skillet for a little bit and then boom, turned it off. So actually the liver, which can be kind of dry and chalky, it's pretty tender. When it comes to seasonings, here they're not gonna have like a big seasoning tray like in India with 20 different spices. No, they have one pre-mixed, pre-packaged spice cube. That and that goat stock is what flavors all of this. I invest in Tesla stock, but here in Somalia, goat stock is going through the roof. Guys, you have my promise that any food that I eat during this trip that I don't like, I am gonna tell you, unless the chef is standing next to me with a machete. Otherwise, I'm gonna be very clear and candid about my reactions, but this is outstanding. So that is breakfast, but before we dig deeper into Somalia, I wanna be very clear about my intentions here. I am not here to trash this country, but I'm also not here to make pro-Somalia propaganda. My sole intention is to show you this country, its people, and its food as I experience, whether it's good or bad. And my gut tells me it's gonna be a little bit of both.
go if you want a crash course on Somalia.
We've just arrived at Bakaaro Market. This is the biggest market in all of Somalia.
It's not just a market, it's an entire economy on legs.
This is a great chance for me to see the ingredients and see the type of stuff that people are selling in Somalia.
Here you'll find all the essentials, a little bit of fun, and a little bit of trouble too. Not long ago, Bakaaro Market was a target. And it wasn't the first time either.
Well, at least 10 people have died and dozens injured after several explosions at a popular open-air market in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu.
Yet every morning, doors open, stalls fill, and life goes on because it must. My intentions here are good, but that doesn't mean I don't look like a problem to everyone else. The mission is simple. I'm on the hunt for one exotic ingredient, and I can't leave without it.
Immediately upon entering, we've stumbled upon a little bit of a factory over here. I'm told this is used for essentially making flour, turning corn or wheat into corn flour or wheat flour. That is used for CANJEERO, like we ate this morning. Right, so that was the factory. Kind of the situation here is we can stop down to film something for a few minutes and then the security team wants us to move along, AKA wrap it up. So we're moving further into the market so these big crowds of people don't amass around us. Right here we have a lot of the local spices. This is turmeric. These are coffee beans. What I'm told is that this is not going to make traditional coffee. Instead, this is kind of an aromatic used in cooking. You often stir fry it or mix it with something like beans and it gives it that extra nice flavor. And then right here we have a different couple types of tea. They smell very earthy. They almost smell like soil. Oh, no, here's what it smells like. It smells like in the fall when you rake up leaves, you jump into that pile of leaves and you breathe in. That's what that smells like, which makes sense because tea, leaves, same thing, except for this one you drink. This here is a spice used in cooking and in tea. Cardamom. Just like biryani, this can be used to be cooked inside of rice, but just be careful that when you're eating the rice, you don't actually want to consume it and bite it whole. You just want to taste the aroma.
On the surface, this looks like any other African open-air market. Noise, colors, the usual hustle. But here in Bakaaro, there's a cost of doing business most people never see. From what I'm told, some vendors are forced to pay a monthly protection fee. Sometimes $50, sometimes $250. And all of it goes straight to Al-Shabaab. They don't run Mogadishu, but they still collect rent.
Right here we have stumbled upon a literal bread wagon. They have a few different types of bread, some more familiar than others. Let's start with something you've seen before, hamburger bread, just a normal ass bun. Here, that's like a hot dog bun. Look how long these things are. Those are more what I would call international shapes of bread, but then we have this right here, something much more traditional. Oh my God, another donkey. Look at all that stuff it's carrying. It has a very cool shape. It kind of looks like a very skinny Vietnamese banh mi, though the texture is quite different. Can I try it now?
Yep.
Thank you. How long have you had this place?
I'm here for last 6 months.
And how is business?
Okay, very well, yeah.
Cheers.
How is tasting?
I like it. I like the more chewy bread.
Now we are mixing the sauce, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. It's meant to be dipped in a sauce, and that's what's going to soften it up real nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Soon I have an appointment in the meat section with the guy who sells animal heads. And honestly, I'm not ready for that, but I am ready to eat.
You have to be careful when you come to countries like this when you look at the menu, because you might look at this burger and think, oh my God, that looks delicious, that would hit the spot. But the reality is that is a picture from Google Images. This did not come from this restaurant. So when you see menus like this, don't get excited. Instead, proceed with caution.
This place is built for speed. The food is cooked in the morning, laid out on the counter, and ready before you even order.
So I've decided to order everything from the entire menu. And between these 5 dishes here, the total is $11. We have a burger, they have chicken and some old French fries too. It looks okay. To be fair, it costs $1. This one right here, it costs 4 times as much. This looks to be some goat ribs. It looks like it's been braising in a broth for days. Hi, Kat. When I'm born, ow, aggressive, what an a-hole. I gotta say, this goat meat, pretty good. It is disconcertingly room temperature, and my biggest concern overall being out here would be getting food poisoning. So it does taste like it was cooked from early this morning, and then it's just been kind of hanging around. We have chicken legs. Take a look at that. Those are pretty massive. I kind of can't believe it. I wasn't expecting chickens of this size here in Somalia. Let's break some of that off. Now this is still warm. It's juicy. But then we have this right here. This is a local sauce. It's made of Somali chilies. There's garlic, there's salt. There's even lemon juice inside. Wow, it's very watery. It's like a liquid. Pretty intense. I'm actually in love with this. It is so spicy, so fresh. It's got so much kick. Aside from the chicken, they also have fish. Now, you're not gonna see a ton of chicken or fish in this country. Really, the everyday meat people are eating is goat. This guy right here. When it comes to cows, it's interesting because you will see them all over the streets, but it turns out the cows aren't really for eating. And there's a few reasons why. First of all, the milk from the cows is very valuable. So they can keep milking the cows and they can sell the milk. But beyond that, cows are like a store of wealth. In the USA, people might put their wealth into a house or stocks or Bitcoin, but in a country like this, you can't necessarily always count on the currency to be stable. It makes sense to put your money into something like a cow or cattle. They're like assets, and if you're down on your luck and you really need money, that is when you sell a cow. But overall, it's pretty rare that they're gonna take a cow, grind it up, and then put it into something like this. So most of the burgers here are filled with chicken. And then we have this right here, spaghetti. Now, the Italians colonized Somalia for 70 years, ending in 1960, so it's safe to say this was probably influenced from the Italians. But do you know what wasn't influenced by the Italians? The way they eat the spaghetti. By hand. We have the sauce, so there's maybe some tomatoes in there, possibly some meat. I've never eaten spaghetti by hand. My mom would have slapped me as a child. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm gonna try to give it a bit of a roll. Cheers. The sauce, it tastes tomatoey and it tastes very sweet, like they put a lot of sugar inside, and that's about it. But I don't know how somebody could possibly eat this much spaghetti. That is a lot of noodles. This was a little bit of a snack, but our mission continues. I am heading to the meat market to the lady who sells heads. Let's move.
The meat market will tell you a lot about a country. First, the aroma, an intoxicating mix of burnt hair and raw meat, slow cooking under the sun while it waits for a customer. Then there's the selection. In Somalia, no pork. Not a big shock, but what is surprising is that every piece of the animal is sold.
What kind of tongue is that? I'm gonna put that right back where it was and keep moving.
Stuff that might hit the trash can anywhere else.
Oh, wow.
Is fetching good money here.
Is that brain? Yummy. I believe I have found what we have been looking for. This is a stall specializing in heads, mostly goat heads. My man, how you doing? Boom. This guy is basically, oh my God, look, you can see him popping out an eyeball right now. I think people also want to buy the eyes. Can I see this? Yeah. I'll keep an eye out for you. It's slightly disturbing. I've had eyes before, but usually they're cooked. Ready? 1, 2. No, okay. I wasn't gonna do it. I was trying to make him do it. We are not here for this. No, I'm keeping my eye on the prize. My brother, please, thank you. This way. Beyond goat heads, they also have this right here. This is a whole freaking camel head. People in Somalia, they love camel. It's one of the most widely eaten proteins, but it's not every day that you get to eat one of these. So in a moment, we are gonna purchase this head and we're gonna bring it to our final location where they're gonna turn this into something delicious. In the meantime, I have another spot to show you as we warm up to the camel head. Let's head there first.
Between work and whatever comes next, people stop at Aamina Restaurant for a moment of peace and a seriously hearty plate of food.
Right here we have a giant cauldron full of sheep body parts. Oh my Lord. I see a little bit of everything. All offal. So we've got stomach, we've got intestines, we've got body parts that I don't even recognize. That might be a tumor. I want to identify some of these body parts. What? Is that a sausage? This seems to be some kind of a homemade sausage. I can't believe they'll just let anybody come in and start cooking, but I'm sure they're happy to have the help. So this is such a weird body part. Here we have the stomach of the sheep. This is something that I ate when I was in Turkey. It looks like it's part of the stomach. It looks insane. Something I wouldn't expect to find on the inside of a sheep.
Here, every plate starts with the same base, basmati rice cooked with goat stock, cloves, and cinnamon. From there, you choose from a variety of vegetables and salads, but there's only one protein on offer, that goat stomach stew we saw earlier, now chopped up, mixed with spices, and fried again before landing on the plate.
Let's talk about the price. Right here, between these two giant platters, it's only $3.40. Very inexpensive. I'm going to try this in a moment, but first I want to reflect a little bit more on my experience so far. People in the market were much more open to us being there than I expected. A lot of people wanted to be on camera. A handful of people have like a big problem being on camera, but they just make it known very quickly, very loudly, and then we just leave them alone. Overall, aside from the terrorism and the bombings, Mogadishu is a pretty chill place, which is an insane dichotomy because I felt similar about Afghanistan. It's like, wow, these people are like some of the friendliest people in the world. But some will cut your head off. Almost everybody here has a platter like this. If you take a look at the platter, we've got rice, we've got salad, and then we've got some cooked vegetables. It's kind of like a cooked spinach stew. Then a lot of people are ordering this right here. That is the stomach and intestines, all kind of chopped up with seasonings, fried up and mixed together. Then something special, this right here. This is from the south of Somalia. It's a big, soft, bready bun. It looks fantastic. Oh, that's nice. I love it. It's so doughy. I started this morning very skeptical about the liver, and then it turned out to be probably the best liver I've ever tried. Let's see if we have the same outcome. That's pretty good. It's super soft, very tender, extremely rich and oily, and they just nailed it with seasonings. I swear to God, I'll tell you if I don't like your food here. It's gonna happen eventually. But this is nice, and a very pleasant surprise. I kinda can't believe it. How you doing, brother? Boom. I'm telling you, by the end of this, I'm gonna become a Somalian food expert. A Somalian sommelier, if you will. Now listen, this place is not for the faint-hearted. This place is not for the weak. If you're squeamish and having a fly land on your food bothers you, don't even consider it because there are thousands of flies swarming my food right now. Some of them have maybe already made a home in one of these foods. Do I care? I don't. This is the type of place you have to be able to come to and look past a little bit of hygiene issues. The focus here is on saving money, fun, friendly vibes, hanging out with your homies on the sidewalk, and eat some pretty surprisingly good food. From here, we're heading to the next restaurant to see how they turn that hairy head into something delicious. At last, we have reunited with this absolute delicacy. It's big, it's hairy, but this is just the beginning. A blank canvas. A canvas that this virtuoso is gonna turn into a piece of art. Take it away. The first step here is similar to what we saw in the market with the goats. He is going to remove all of the skin and most of the fur. Now, in many countries, they might use fire to singe away the hair, but he's actually gonna be peeling the skin off from the camel.
The cooking starts with cilantro, onion, tomato, squash, garlic, carrot, and potatoes. Chop everything up, then boil it all together with the camel head. While that cooks, our protein needs a bit of starch. Tonight's carbohydrate is made from ground corn, cooked with water and stirred until it reaches a thick porridge-like consistency. This will become the base for our centerpiece.
What a grand finale. Now the camel head is sitting in a pit of this. In Tanzania, they call it ugali. Here they call it SOOR. Typically, this is gonna be dipped into something because alone, it doesn't really have much flavor. Right here, we have a veggie stew with plenty of broth. It actually tastes nothing like ugali. Ugali is more sour, very smooth. This is much more unrefined. It's rough. It's kind of like the wheat bread of ugali. I don't know. It's not oats, but I feel like I'm eating oatmeal. Can you guys tell I'm trying to avoid the camel head? Or is it not obvious yet? Before we jump into this, I want to jump into the Wayback Machine. You see, this is not my first time having Somalian food. Actually, my first time was in Minnesota. My good friend Jamal took me around to all the cool, hot, interesting spots in Minneapolis, and I got a taste for the Minnesota version of Somalian food. I found the food to be fascinating and far different from anything I'd had before. It was a good experience. But today, everything has intensified, I would say. Look at that. You can see its teeth right here. I bet I could pull one out. Oh, I just gave it a root canal on accident. The nose is full of cartilage. I'm definitely not eating that. But then here, oh, this right here is the good stuff. Here's how you know that's a cheek. You can literally see that cheeky texture from inside the camel's mouth. Not bad, but almost no flavor. I guess all the flavor has kind of boiled out of it by now. The texture though, it's quite pleasant. It's really gummy, sticky. It reminds me of eating sheep head, which I did recently in Iraq. This looks actually like a decent piece of meat. That's nice. That would sit lovely in a taco. Ooh, I think I found its eardrum. Let's try that out. Guys, you have my promise that any food that I eat during this trip that I don't like, I am gonna tell you, unless the chef is standing next to me with a machete. fun. Let me see what's inside here. Oh, I think that was a mistake. There's a whole new world on the inside of this camel head. Have you guys seen the original Beetlejuice? That's what this is. And I don't think I've ever had a camel tongue, but I do believe that today is the day. Oh no. This is like the root of the tongue, borderline its throat, and then right here, the end of its tongue. This is the part I want to try, so I'm gonna rip that off. It has a thick layer on the outside that I want to peel off, especially because I'm not sure about the hygiene of this camel in particular. It's fun. Well, I said I was gonna be honest. This right here, not my favorite. Now, that said, this is not a super common food in Somalia. In fact, it's pretty rare that somebody would be eating this the way I am right now. But the other food I tried today, I gotta say, overall, I'm pretty impressed. Some of the food, it doesn't have a great look to it. But when you bite down on it, it's pretty good.
Got a devil on your shoulder.
So to reflect on my first day here at Mogadishu, if I'm being honest, this city, it's a mess. It's chaotic. There's rubble all over the place. There's honking. The traffic is chaotic. Trying to make your way through the checkpoints is confusing. That said, unfortunately, the only thing we ever hear about Somalia is the terrorism, all the negatives. But what I really saw today were a lot of people just trying to live their life and do their best. This may sound naive to say, but there's hospitals, there's universities, and I even saw a fertility clinic. I think that says something about this country. If people are actively trying to have kids, that means people here see a future for their country. Hopefully more free from violence than what they've experienced in the recent past. As for me, this is my first day out of 3, and so far, so good. But this is the type of place where you can never really let your guard down. So the plan for the next 2 days, remain cautiously optimistic and try to find a way to get rid of these goddamn flies.